Hey friends, so for today's video, I'm going to be coloring this Merry Christmas coloring book for adults. I have some very basic colored pencils here. I have hardly used them myself. I am missing one color. Don't even know which one it is, but my nephew borrows them here and there, so some of them aren't sharpened, but that's okay. And this coloring book I got from Amazon. It's from Joy Ariluck. So if you guys want to look it up, you can totally buy it on Amazon. It's a pretty cute book. So like I said, if you guys want to borrow it, if you guys want to go ahead and buy it, I think it would be a fun activity to do during this holiday season. So let's go ahead and start coloring. I chose one of the very first pages to color. I like bigger printed pictures. I feel like I get very impatient when the drawings become very, very small and detailed, kind of like this. Well, I don't even know if that's considered small, but I just like when they're large print. I feel like they're more manageable to color, and I'm not the best at staying within the lines, but let's go ahead and see. Alrighty. Let's start with his nose. But it's been so long since I've colored. I was actually excited about getting this in the mail because I thought not only can I use this book for an ASMR video, but I can actually also have fun with it and color it. I can also use this kind of like a stress reliever. It is going to be finals week for me next week, and I'm currently working on a lot of final projects and papers, so it's been a little stressful, but I'm trying to manage, and I think this coloring book is something to look forward to. So the next two colors I'm going to use are these two greens, one of them being yellow green and one of them being just green. I'd say this is like the darker green, just to add some dimension here and there between the little plants. Maybe I'll do this as in a dark green, but because I color pretty fast, it's probably why I get out of the lines a lot. I try to be neat because it's so satisfying when you look at a neatly drawn or colored picture, but it just doesn't really happen for me. So far I'm not doing a bad job, but we still have the rest of the picture to color, so we'll see. There we are. Trying to stay diagonal so it looks neater as opposed to going like in several directions, but I'm scared to get out of the lines. It's actually pretty fun. I'm thinking maybe I can go ahead and color with my nephew. Right now he's really big on drawing and coloring things. He loves drawing Spider-Man. And a lot of the times when he comes over, he'll go ahead, open up YouTube, and he'll ask me to follow a Spider-Man drawing tutorial. So it's something that he and I bond over. He bonds over this kind of stuff a lot with Zach too. And Zach has the patience of an angel with Johnny, with my nephew. And he'll literally sit there all day if Johnny asked him to, drawing things for him. So it's a very sweet relationship that they have. And I guess I can tell you guys a funny story. So we managed to get my nephew into becoming a Harry Potter fan. One of our first dates for Zach and I was actually a Harry Potter marathon. We both found out that we love Harry Potter, so we watched a couple movies on our first date together, and so we managed to get Johnny to share the love for Harry Potter. So recently, maybe this was like back in August, we ended up taking Johnny to Universal Studios with my sister and my brother-in-law, and Zach and I went, so we were all there. I think the temperature that day was about like close to 100 degrees, if not a little bit more. So it was insanely hot. The main reason we went to Universal Studios was because we wanted Johnny to experience Harry Potter World and get on the rides. So we waited in the Harry Potter ride. I forgot the name of it, but it's like the main one, the one where you like are strapped into your seat with like the overhanging belt buckle and stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but the main Harry Potter attraction there. So we waited in line for I think exactly 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we were drenched in sweat. It was a very, very bad day for a theme park. And so the little girl, there was family in front of us, and the little girl was probably around my nephew's age. Johnny is currently 6 years old, so she was about like this age, and she completely dropped to the ground, was unresponsive. She ended up having a heat stroke in line, and because it was so hot and everybody was trying to help her, finally she became conscious. And we actually told them to just stay where they were, so she could feel better and still be able to get on the ride if she wanted to. So excuse me. So finally, when we got to the front of the line, we called the family. We exchanged numbers and we called them to let them know that they could go ahead and head on over, and we let them have our spot. So they were able to get on the ride, but when we got to the front of the line and it was our turn to get on the ride, we were stopped and told that Johnny could not ride the attraction because he was too short. Of course, we were very, very upset. Like, how could you let us stand, die in line for 2 hours just to tell us at the very last minute that we cannot get on the ride? And I completely understand if Johnny was like half an inch or more shorter than the height requirement. The height requirement, I believe, was 4 feet and 8 inches. Johnny was probably, I mean, to us it looked like he had been meeting the height requirement. If he wasn't, he was no more than like a 1/4 inch off, if that. For sure he was meeting the height requirement, but we were so angry that we waited so long and nobody checked his height at the beginning of the line, which they have to do, because why would you wait in line for a ride that you know you won't be able to ride on? So at the very front of the ride, before we even got in line, we were just told to walk on in. Nobody checked his height, and we didn't see a height requirement anywhere. So they were at fault for that, because how are we supposed to know he wouldn't be able to ride the attraction? So we were pulled into a separate room because we were trying to discuss the situation, and nobody seemed to be hearing us. He clearly was tall enough to ride the ride, because there was a child shorter than he was that was allowed on, and it wasn't until we said that, what the heck, like, Johnny isn't allowed to ride the ride, but this child is. So it wasn't until then that they physically took the child off the ride. So Johnny was most definitely allowed to ride the ride, and they did not allow us to get on. And Zach cares so much for Johnny that he was arguing with the lead for that ride, and he was trying to talk about the fact that we drove so long because our nephew was so excited and he was only looking forward to that specific ride, and we were not helped. I mean, at the end of the day, they did give us some fast passes for other rides, but of course not the Harry Potter ride. And the most sucky thing about this situation is that we used all of the fast passes for the other rides, and Johnny got on perfectly fine on all the rides with the same height requirement. He had no issues getting on any other rides that were also 548 restricted. So we wasted 2 hours and 15 minutes in the hottest weather to be told no at the very last second. But moral of the story, Zach was ready to rumble for Johnny, and we just felt very bad because we drove and he was so excited for that ride. But anyway, that's something we still think about to this day. And then also, it's very, very funny, while my brother-in-law, so Johnny's dad, while he was arguing with the lead about the situation, he was just very upset that he started saying random things. And at some point he says, you know what this is? This is nepotism. And everybody, my sister and I included, looked at each other in that instant because we were so confused. And it was so funny that he used that word because clearly it wasn't nepotism, but it was so funny. And then right after that, when we were basically told to get out of the ride, my brother-in-law went to go grab a beer. He chugged about 2 to 3 Coronas in that small amount of time because he was livid, as I feel like any parent would be. But we'll go back again soon. Hopefully Johnny can ride. I mean, he's grown a lot, so I have no doubt in my mind that he'd be allowed on this time for sure. But yeah, so I'm still coloring in. I don't like, see, this is just me being picky about a fun activity, but I don't like when it looks like darker in some areas. I know that's just the way that I'm coloring, but I don't know how to help it. But here we are, still coloring, still coloring. There we are. There we are. Also, excuse the weird angle I'm coloring at. I don't really have a desk to set up around. I'm coloring on my kitchen counter, and it's super, super wide, so I have to kind of morph around it to get a good coloring angle. Alrighty, so there is the hat. I'm then going to color in these little, I don't know what they are, berries? I don't think they're berries, but we'll just call them berries. I forget what they're called. There we are. Just a little bit darker than the hat so they can stand out. And then now that we're on the color red, I'm going to go ahead and color the candy canes. So there we are. There we are. I'm trying to think. There's an ASMR artist that I love watching, and what she does for her videos is like color and draw on her iPad, and she has some of the most relaxing whispers. I believe her channel is called ASMR Galaxy, but if you haven't watched her videos, you definitely should. She does amazing content, and her drawings are always super creative and very well drawn. candy cane. There we are. Now, alright, I'm gonna take out some more colors. So I kind of want my stocking to be blue, like a light blue. I'm just going randomly all over the place, but I want this to be a blue stocking, light blue stocking. And with this, it's okay if I kind of color over the center dots on the snowflakes, I think, because I'm planning to go over the small dots with a darker blue color. Oh, see, I already did a different direction. Yeah. Try to color over it. Maybe you can't tell. There we are. Yeah, I'm not definitely the best color, or your hand gets tired too. Alrighty, and then let's see what else. I think I might keep these ends white just so that it also matches the front, the top part of the stocking. And then what else? I think these are supposed to be green, but I'm just gonna go in with a random color. I'm gonna go in with yellow just to add a little bit more joy. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure they're like leaves. There we are. I think with this one you can't really tell the direction that is being colored in, just because it's really bright. And in your face, yellow. No, it's running low on sharpness. It's okay, I can make it. Okay, hopefully that's enough. I don't know. Now I'm going to try to color this side over here. And before I forget, I have to go back and color in the center of the snowflakes. I'm running low on my sharpness on the tip of the lead pencil. If I color on this side, maybe that'll help. Okay, last one. I can make it. There we are. Yeah, this one's like the trickiest one just because of the pencil itself. I do need to buy a sharpener now, I guess. I just don't really use these. I thought I'd use these colored pencils for school and like note taking, but I literally have not really used them, which is fine. But okay, now, like I said, I'm going back in. I lied, I'm gonna use a violet purple for the center of the snowflakes. Dude. Purple. That looks kind of cute, I think. There we are. There we are. Alright, and then I don't know what color I want to do these. I feel like they should all be the little random colors. Or maybe I can just make it match the stocking and do like the dark violet purple. And I'm just gonna do that and try it out. Let's see. Purple's not necessarily a Christmas color, but that's okay. Trying to be creative. There we are. They look cute though. They really stand out against the red. If you guys have finals this week or next week, I wish you luck, by the way. I know it can be a very stressful time, especially because the holidays are so close. And then I'm going to treat this as if it were a Tootsie Roll, and I'm just going to color them brown. I think I'm going to color this part brown. I still can't figure out what color I am missing from my colored pencil box, but it's like spacious enough for one more pencil. I can't figure out which color. There we are. And then, I don't know, I think I colored this part in. I don't know. And then the wrapper needs to be brown too, I think. Okay, I think that's good. But see, then there's a lot of white. I don't know. Maybe. But see, a lot of the other colors wouldn't match really well. Unless I did maybe like a... But there's too much red up on here, so I don't want to do this red also. We'll come back to that, but actually, his little gloves. Should I just say those are his hands? And then, no, but Santa Claus has gloves. Why am I stressing so much? I think that's it. Oh, there's a little star. Maybe I'll make that star actually blue. Oh, see, this is tiny. I'm pretty proud of myself though so far for staying in the lines so well. Oh, that's a cute blue. I almost did yellow, but I mean, I ran out of yellow, so it's okay. There we are. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. Let's see. Sometimes I've seen people like outline a lot of their coloring, and I think it looks so pretty, but I don't know how they do that so neatly, because I get very messy with outlining. Yep. I'm just gonna try this and that's it, because I cannot do that for an entire... see? It's really hard to outline neatly for me. Especially when I'm at an angle. I don't know, it's hard. No. Okay, try to fix it a little bit. Okay, something like that. I think that's fine. Whatever. Alrighty. And then, I don't know what else I should try to outline? Maybe this with, but like with a dark blue. Maybe, I don't know, but also these look really cute. Okay, there we are. Just to add a little more dimension to the red. Okay, there we are. Okay. This one might be a little tricky. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But it's too late now. If I do this candy cane, I have to do the other one. Alrighty, do like this here. Oh no, see? Okay, that helped a little bit. But yeah, how do people outline? Do you guys outline when you color? I don't know. That's fine. I now realize that I totally missed this section, but that's totally fine. We're just going to ignore it. Alrighty, so should I try to outline the hat just cause maybe? Alrighty guys, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe I've inspired you to get your own adult coloring book for Christmas time. I hope you guys again are doing really well with finals week if you're in school and have those coming up. And I hope you get to rest easily. I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye.